Good afternoon, everyone. And today I'm going to introduce a place to all of you, and it's very special to me because when I was small, I always go there to play and with my parents and my brother. So I would like to introduce this place to you all. So this place is very close to us. Indeed, it's just next to us. It's the Yunnan Park. So let me give you a brief history of what before Yunnan Park. So before Yunnan Park was developed, this place was a beautiful woodland here. But as Yunnan expanded, this area was developed for high-class residential. But the government in 1988 started to plan the Yunnan Park and start the construction at the same time. The park was finished the construction in 1991 and was opened to the public in springtime. So in this picture you can see a monument showing the establishment of the park next to the Eiffel Pagoda. So even though it's just a small park in this new territory, it was once received a merit award from the Hong Kong Institute of Landscaping Architecture for its beautiful landscape. So here is some photographs for you to see in Yunnan Park. You can see it is very beautiful. So it is, I think, Yunnan Park truly deserves having this award. So, but I will mainly introduce you to the Eiffel Pagoda. Actually, before I was small, I simply call it the Bird Tower, but it was only recently that I discovered that this tower was called the Eiffel Pagoda. So you may wonder, why does we have this tall structure in this park? Actually, there was a dark side to this park, and before the development of this park, actually the park was a mass graveyard where the Japanese army put the body in this place. So yeah, it is a very terrible history in this territory, a very terrible chapter. So the government built a pagoda here to comfort the dead soul, so they will not come out to harm people. If you are still afraid, I see that some of you are afraid, there is actually a tomb built by the Port Oil Hospital. It is a tomb, a monument, some kind of monument or tomb to remember the comrades that are killed during the Second World War. So you can go there and pay your respect to the dead. But don't worry, I believe they are very nice. So here, actually I find it very interesting. It is in front of the Eiffel Pagoda, the tall structure you just see. Here is a square box. I stayed in Yunnan for a long time and I just discovered it yesterday. So yes, it's very interesting. I let a closer look at this. It is actually a time capsule. A time capsule is something you put inside in a box and put it under the ground, and you wait for a long time before you take it out again to see the thing again. So you see the date. It was put in here in 2001, and it will be open in 2021. So it was closing in. 5 years later, I was looking forward to this day to see what was inside of this time capsule, but let's keep on going. So this is the Eiffel Pagoda inside. This is the first 2 floors of the pagoda. It is an open area where they keep the birds. It is an open environment, so people can have a close look at the birds living there. But so this is some birds. I take the photos there, and you can see we can look and the birds very closely. So I think it is quite good. You can have a close contact with birds nowadays. We have to look at them in a cage, so I think it is a good idea. But the only disadvantages I think is that the birds fly everywhere and they poop everywhere at the same time. It is so dirty. The floors and the staircase, the hand railings, they all have those white spots on it. It is very unhygienic, and I think they should do something about it. Maybe they should feed less to those birds. They cook too much, I think. And so, as I walk through this staircase, I take it from the top of the pagoda. It is a very tiresome journey. You have to walk through 7 flight of staircase. You see, from the bottom to here, it took me about 5 minutes to walk up to there. So I suggest people who are not ready for this kind of large amount of oxygen should prepare themselves before they walk up this flight. That is very tiring. So, but I think it's very rewarding because on top of that, there is such an amazing view there. You can see a 360-degree view around you now. So here are some of the pictures I took recently on top of the pagoda. This is Longping. You can see Longping and Tin Shui Wai Tu in the far end. And of course, you can also see our beautiful school here on the top of the building. So I think Yuno Park is definitely a place for everyone to visit. This is the end of my channel. Thank you.